Welcome one and all, whoever may be watching this. This is part 38 or 39 of Tides of Numenéra. We are in my mind palace. We need to go talk to Evritas. I just want to check in with What kind of creature are you anyway? For a while, doesn't say anything at all. It merely looks at you. Just when you think it isn't going to respond at all, a bubble appears at the center of its shifting body, then divides into two. They merge again, split, and become 3. They merge, become 4, merge, and become 5. Soft light wells from within each of the bubbles until they are colors of the tides. Without warning, the bubbles launch into a whirring, spinning dance, moving too fast to track. As you watch, their glowing lines become a perfect circle, a column, a shape that hurts your eyes, a vortex. Abruptly, the 5 bubbles pop, and the only light in body are the luminous eyes watching you. Blurk, it says, and falls silent. Can you tell me anything else? Thruk. The hand cupped around the candle flame. A blanket patched and faded on dry soil. Huh. Okay. I mean, it sounds like to really understand what is, we're going to have to adventure with it. Yeah, anyways. That's as far as my thought goes on that. Evritas, the timid, realer version of your companion, flinches as you approach, and yet there is a sly flicker of color in his eyes. The creatures tormenting him are watching you and laughing. Evritas, I want to talk to the paragons and the cathartics. Evritas's head snaps back with a crack. His arms shake, trapped at his sides. A dry rattling comes from deep in his throat. Slowly he looks back down at you. One pupil is a vast flaming red, the other is a muted indigo. You are speaking with the audience, says the countless booming, curious voices from Evritas's mouth. We are not sure why. You should be watching the hero with the rest of us. I care about him. Then you should let him fulfill the purpose we have given him. The voice is softer, slyer, almost hissing. Before he was nothing, a herder of useless animals. Now he suffers, and in suffering inspires. He was insignificant, and now he is wonderful, the first voice says. Stop interrupting the performance. Let him find his destiny. We will move on after he is done. That isn't good enough. Evritas's multicolored eyes gleam, and he folds his arms. We do not mean to offend, but there is nothing you can do about it, so leave us alone, or we will make him cut his throat. No, we won't. This is why you aren't in charge. The eyes blink out of sync. Know that we are not many, not anymore, but we have claimed every particle in his body. We hold them in our claws. To move us is to tear him apart. Then there is a pause. That is actually true, admits the other voice. We want to make you an offer, bargain. Stop interfering with the performance and we will increase the excitement, drama, and suspense. We will make the hero more powerful. The audience stretches Evritas's neck from side to side. What do you say? Making him more powerful will burn him out quicker, won't it? Of course, the paragon says, sounding puzzled, though Evritas's face is completely blank. We weren't trying to hide that. It was obvious to us. The indigo eye flickers. Instead of living for years, the hero will die in months, but he will be more useful to you. The red eye flares. Do we have a deal? Can't you just leave him alone? Impossible. There is no him anymore. If we leave, he will collapse into a pile of fleshy bits. A pause. Actually, we would like to see that. Yes, we know you would, but we are running a performance here. The red eye gleams. Will you accept our bargain or not? This makes no sense. He's your host, your hero. You gain no benefit by ending his performance early. The audience falls silent for a moment. But you are trying to end his performance pain as well, aren't you? Yes, I want him back to normal. You are not listening. He will never be normal. Boring. Again. He will die without us. Another moment of long silence follows. We offer a new bargain, the Paragon says at last. We will recede, but not reduce. We will avoid shouting. We never shout. We were talking about we, us, not you, us. Our apologies. Aretas folds his arms. We will see what the hero makes of himself when we do not guide his every step. Is this agreeable to you? I mean, no, but I guess that's the only option, right? That's acceptable.
I'll remember that.
Done, the audience says together, and the lights in Aretas' eyes sink beneath the man's pale blue, growing cooler. Unbidden, a sigh of weeping relief escapes Aretas' mouth. Now, the Paragon says, what else do you want from us? Who created you? For what purpose? We don't know, care. We were created and unleashed to be entertained, to watch and to punish. That is what we do. Why are the Paragons dominant over the Cathartics? Because when the Cathartics get a hero, they throw it off a cliff or into spinning blades or a volcano just to hear it scream. Lies. You have done all those things and you know it. I want to talk to Aretas again. Be our guest. Aretas flinches, and the light of the audience fades from his pale blue eyes. I couldn't hear anything, Aretas says, shivering. It was like I was dead. He chews his lip, but I feel... He takes a breath. He feels calmer out there. I'm not in control, but he is. Aretas trails off in confusion. I'm not making sense, but I feel better, safer. Whatever you did, it helped. Thank you. He even manages a slight smile. What else do you need from me? Okay. Well, that's something.
On it.
Aretas doesn't want to talk to me?
Well met yourself.
Forward. Onward.
I thought there'd be some kind of dialogue, but okay, fine.
Ready.
Just forget that I helped you, whatever. Did I actually finish it? Huh. Yay! I mean, it would be nice if I could talk to him about the whole situation. You know, bring about some kind of nice conclusion in the real world, but I guess not. Okay, so we're back here because I have explored everywhere. We still need this frame, and there isn't really anywhere else in here, around here, aside from Scourer. But she needs to see, and I don't know, I haven't gotten around to figuring that out yet. So then that just leaves this area. And there's going to be some kind of crisis situation. And not that I want to feel too confident off the back of my last crisis situation, but like, I own that, so maybe there's hope. So, I mean, the question is, do I want to take this on by myself? Which is probably no, my character's not made for combat. Oh, it's the sorrow! Is that not what that is? No, okay, it's a corpuscular more. I can say words. Sure, let's do that.
How did I miss?
How did you miss? Oh, far out. There was the option for 100% as well. I feel like such a fool.
Ready.
Let's move you back a bit. Let's just go for 100% apparently.
Who's going to stop us now?
Well, that's rude. I kind of wanted to get everyone down here, but because my character's just been transported. Right, so it looks like we randomly are going to get teleported.
Into the shadows.
Which, look, that's fine. It's just a bit annoying. Who's this? Makina. Okay. Can you hide? Ah, leave me alone.
Who's going to stop us now?
Yeah, good job, buddy. Oh, and he's flanked too. Oh. No, leave me alone.
I'm surrounded.
Yes, you are. You probably need to heal yourself.
Thank you. Yes.
I barely heard it.
Yeah.
Try something else.
I'm ready for whatever comes.
Nice. Okay. Is it just this one that's left? Where'd the other two go? I'm confused.
Ready to take on the world.
Oh no, okay, there it is. Yikes. Hey, let's not flank, guys. That's unacceptable.
On it.
Oh, actually, no. How are we all doing? Okay, let's go for this one, seeing as it's almost dead.
Damn!
Oh, buddy, that was painful. Okay, so the thing has obviously teleport. Oh no, there it is. How is it out of range? It's like right there. Okay, we'll have to wait for it to come to us, I guess.
Yes. I'm barely hurting it.
It's cool, you did a thing. It's all good.
I barely heard it. Try something else.
I do appreciate the whole teleporting thing stops us from flanking it, you know?
Ready for whatever comes. As if there were skill.
As the last creature explodes, you can feel the echoes of its singularity passing back and forth across the room, merging with the others gathering together. A noise rises from the corner in the room, something like wet meat sliding across itself, and then the sound of meat tearing. A new maw gapes hideously in the wall. Oh, hello there. Is it going to let us travel through it?
I'm ready.
Okay, this is all well and good. How does it help me find the frame? Let's just save before I walk through.
Ready.
Oh, is this like a treasure trove? Hey! Let's, I guess,
ready.
loot the place for all it's worth. Is that a frame? Yes.
I'll remember that. Yes. These ciphers are killing me.
Sorry.
Let's go.
Jeez, I'm gonna have to have, sit down and have a really good look at these things. Alright, so tucked away in this fleshy abscess is a sculpture of a pickaxe embedded in a jumble of stone blocks. Near the sculpture's base is a bronze plaque. Let's examine it, I guess. Etched on the plaque is a short message. Better to swing the pick than strike the vein. Shins are shackles and treasures chains. The shining metal handle towers overhead completely out of reach. You couldn't touch it without climbing the sculpture itself, and even then it looks far too heavy to move. The pickaxe trembles and you blink. You feel the motion in your mind. You may actually be able to affect this sculpture with your thoughts. I guess try to free it. Alright, 80. 65. 50. 0. One day, Aretus. One day. You focus... Oh, did we get a critical? Nice. You focus on the handle of the pickaxe and think, move. It twitches, but nothing else happens. Shutting out every sound around you, every tremor in the floor, and the soft thumping of your heart, you pit your full attention against the shape of the tool above you. With a hoarse scraping sound, the pickaxe retracts from the stone blocks and a waterfall of shins cascades from some inner recess in the sculpture into a pile between the blocks. You won a battle of wits with a sculpture, Aretus gasps. Congratulations! The hero should have solved that challenge. We feel cheated. As you reach for the shins inside the sculpture, a strange feeling of revulsion sweeps over you. Okay, I'm gonna leave them be then. We're leaving? Arita says, horrified. But what about all the treasure? No, don't touch it. I mean, my dude. Do you not know how much treasure we've picked up? I think we're okay. Oh, what else have we got? Artaglio's standard. Oh! Transdimensional power source? Oh. Okay, well...
All right.
I guess we can go talk to Artaglio and Orthfung. Maybe figure out what this power cell needs.
Go.
You again. He takes a swallow of his vile-smelling drink. I think you're missing something. The conversations around the slump die down. Artaglio's soldiers look at you, at each other, at their commander, and at the standard that Artaglio takes from you and unfurls. He unfolds it reverently, momentarily taking his eyes from the Moor. The standard is stained from the Murden's trash heap, bloody and torn, but he holds it as if it were an infant. His face and voice lose their ironic, cynical edge. I'm in your debt, Cast-Off. Truly I am. Name your price. By the gods, I never thought I'd see this again. Never imagined I'd care either. If you are truly in my debt, then I ask you to face the Moor. He stiffens noticeably, and the good cheer drains from his face. His eyes sharpen, no sign of drink in them now, and he studies you carefully to see if you jest with him. He looks around at the soldiers who have fallen silent, and he sighs. He stands. My soldiers, time to see how a man faces his fears. He turns to the Moor, muttering something under his breath. I knew a Cast-Off would be the death of me. He walks towards the Moor, and its tongues tremble at his approach. Resolution etches its way into Artaglio's face, as if he knows he's walking to his death. But there is no falter in his step, and he carries himself erect and strong. Drawing on whatever well of bravery let him ride into the face of enemy fire serves him well now. As he walks, you see his chest expanding as he puffs himself up. Bloom tongues reach out and stroke his head almost lovingly. They fasten more firmly to his skull. Strange, he says. This doesn't hurt at all. It's like the bloom is just shuffling through my memories. Ha! I remember leaping from the Wailing Cliffs. Reynard, do you recall the battle with those slimy things in... Oh, and the Sky Riders of 5 Cliffs? I've forgotten so many of these moments. Why was I so afraid of this? Suddenly the Moor gapes open, and a tongue lashes out. It wraps itself tightly around Artaglio. He has just enough time for a shouted imprecation before the bloom tongue hurls him into the Moor. He is gone, and no sign of him remains. Satiated at last, the Moor opens wide. A transdimensional rift appears within. I guess maybe that's how we're going to get to the trading post, seeing as it's either that or offer Allegan up to the other one in Little Nilesh.